நீங்கள் ஒரு ஸ்கூலில் படிக்கிற காலத்து அவுட்ஸ்டாண்டிங் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்டாக இருந்தீங்க. அப்புறம் இந்தியன் இன்ஸ்டியூட் ஆஃப் சயின்ஸில் போய் படித்தீங்க, காலேஜ் முடிச்சு இன்ஜினியரிங் முடிச்ச பிறகு பெரிய ஸ்டாஃப் அந்த மாதிரி இடத்துலலாம் படித்த பிறகு நீங்கள் ஆஸ் லைக் எனிபடி எல்ஸ் ஒரு இண்டஸ்ட்ரி ஜாயின் பண்ணீங்க. பட் வென் யூ காட் அ டிவைன் கால் ஸ்ருங்கேரிக்கு வரது எப்படி யூ டுக் எ டிசிஷன் டு ஜாயின் அண்ட் லீவ் எவ்ரி திங் அண்ட் சர்வ் தி சொசைட்டி த்ரூ திஸ் வுட் ஹவ் பீன் அ வெரி டிஃபிகல்ட் டிசிஷன். உங்கள் ஃபேமிலியில் அப்போசிஷன் இருக்கலாம், உங்கள் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் யாராவது கிரிட்டிசைஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கலாம். எப்படி நீங்கள் அந்த டிசிஷன் எடுத்தீங்க?
நான் ஆன்சர் சொன்னால் உங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப ஆச்சரியமாக இருக்கும் அது கேட்குறதுக்கு. இட் வாஸ் நைதர் a divine call nor anybody opposed, even an iota opposition was there. When Holiness asked me, your forefathers had served the mutt in different capacities. In your generation, nobody seems to be very closely associated. Why don't you do it? This is all the call that I got from Holiness, Sannidhanam. My inner urge said that whatever Guru says, I should do. I took fraction of a second to say, yes, I will do it. Right? All this happened within 5 minutes in Sringeri in 1986 on June 10th.
You didn't ask for time?
Same minute I said. After 15-20 days, Holiness sent a word to me asking whether I am aware of the answer what I gave that day. He wanted to reconfirm. So he sent a word to find out whether whatever I had said that day still stands. I said it will stand for any time. Whatever His Holiness directs, we will do it from my family. That is because whatever we are today in the entire family, it's only because of
Was it
Sringeri
the
Mutt.
influence of your father, sir?
Oh, my father, my grandfather, everybody was there. Our family was brought up in a culture of doing service in Sringeri Mutt. So we can never go away from it. And whatever people have achieved is all because of that. Oh, that inner urge immediately said yes, and I have stood by it by 38 years.
But having done that, அதுக்கப்புறம் later in life உங்களுக்கு ஏதாவது you have thought about it?
Absolutely no. No, nothing. Absolutely no. I was a bachelor those days, so to take a decision which people think is a risky one was to be considered. But having said yes to Holiness, I wanted to do it. Even after I joined Sringeri Mutt, serving them, within 3-4 months, there were many questions. How some young boy can come and be in Sringeri and do whatever Holiness wants. They also predicted that I may not survive even for 6 months. But I have survived for 38 years. And I'm sure their Holinesses are happy with whatever I have delivered to them. What others think about it, it hardly matters.
Then later in life you had to get married and set your own family. Family support, I think it's deserve to be mentioned here.
It's total family support, not just my inner circle family. There has been a very good support from all the people. You may be surprised when I say that I am a part owner of a business establishment. I was earlier also before going to Sringeri Mutt. Now also I still continue. Even though I don't spend any time there, I get my remuneration to this day. Even at the age of 70, that company is taking care of me. They say it's a big opportunity for one of us to go and serve such institution. So you are that, they will support you.
Oh.
Like that, so many people have supported me. The support that I have received from senior devotees of Sringeri Mutt is something which is unimaginable.
Oh.
So many people have supported me in different ways, either for implementing the projects that Holiness has directed, or whenever some problems have cropped up. All those time, it is the devotee base and all the well-wishers who have supported us. And I can tell you one thing, if somebody wants to do anything as a service, Sringeri Mutt is the place where you can do. Forget about serving Holiness. Society also, there is a place where you can serve and get a lot of satisfaction. In 2007, when we ventured upon starting a new hospital in Bangalore, all were skeptic. The local doctor community was not very supportive. But we said, we have started something, let us try. Today, the Mutt Hospital is considered one of the best in Bangalore South. The response is so good. People are happy. There may be one or two complaints in a public place, in a public service. All 100 will not say good to you. If majority of them are happy with that, you should consider yourself to be successful. That way I feel that whatever you have done from the Mutt has been very successful, and the response has been very good, and the way we have been able to serve the society is very, very contented feeling we get.
நேரிலே நாங்கள் வந்து ஆதிசங்கருடைய ஆலயத்தில் அமர்ந்திருக்கிறோம். இது வந்து 1907ஆம் ஆண்டு சிங்கேரி சாரதா பீடத்தினுடைய ஜெகத்குரு சச்சிதானந்த சிவாபு நரசிம்ம பாரதி மகாசுவாமிகளால் அமைக்கப்பட்டது. சிங்கேரியை தவிர ஆதிசங்கரருக்காக தனிப்பட்ட ஒரு ஆலயம் அமைந்திருக்கிறது என்று சொன்னால் முதல்ல ஏற்பட்ட ஆலயம் இங்கு தான், பெங்களூர் மாநகரத்தில் சங்கரமடம் ரோடு என்ற பெயர். இதற்கு சங்கரமடம் சாலை, சங்கரமடம் புறம் என்ற பெயர். இப்போ நீங்கள் சிங்கேரி மடத்து மாலை இப்படின்னா அந்த ஆக்டிவிட்டீஸ் எக்ஸ்பேண்ட் ஆகிடுச்சு. நீங்கள் ஆரம்பித்த காலத்திற்கும் இப்போவும் நினச்சி பார்த்தா ஹியூஜ். இட் இஸ் லைக் எ ப்ராபபிளி இஃப் ஐ கேன் சே இட்ஸ் லைக் எ டிடிடி, திருமலா திருப்பதி தேவஸ்தானம் போல. அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு இப்போ இருக்கிற மேனேஜ் பண்ணுறது இட்ஸ் குவைட் டஃப் இல்லையா சார்? ஒரு சேலஞ்சஸ் ஆர்
வெரி டஃப், வெரி டஃப், வெரி டஃப், பிகாஸ் தி டிமாண்ட்ஸ் ஆர் different. We get people from high strata of society. When I say high strata, those are in HNI. We get the lowest of low strata society who are considered very poor. All of them come there and come together. It's not that they come once and these people come later. No, they come. So we should know how to address the problems of each one of them in the way they want. It's a very difficult task. And even there is one secret. In any service industry, if you want to be successful, the demands are entirely different from what it is in a manufacturing industry or business atmosphere. In service industry, the aspirations and demands of those who are seeking this service will be very much different. To satisfy them is a very difficult task. I think our community, when I say community, the followers of Sanatana Dharma, should seriously think how such big institutions can prosper. Each and every institution has got a big base. If they want, they can do a lot of things. But how to manage that is something for which they don't have an answer. That's how we see so many misappropriations and other things coming up. For example, 1987, just 1 year after I joined Sringeri Mutt, I once asked Mahasannidhanam whether I can call bankers to come and count the hundiyal. He asked me why. He said, everywhere I go, I was very, very new, brand new, very young. Wherever I go, people say, hey, hundiyal, hundiyal. Oh, why should I do that? I will give it to a third party. If they talk bad, they should talk bad about third party, not me. So Mutt will not get a bad name. And I'm sure third party will not do such things. We can trust them. Why don't we give it? He asked me, are you sure that some appropriation takes place? I said, no, I am not sure, or I don't even know. But I want to have the transparency. You please give direction. He took probably 1 second or 2 seconds to say, go ahead.
Go ahead.
He said, okay, call bankers, let them count, let them put it in their our deposit in their bank. 1987, it was a big news. Many big temple authorities all started commenting, why such thing, what is so big, why they're changing and all. But today, every institution with a good name has this habit of calling third party to count the hundiyal. If you go to TTD, you will see one big hall with all devotees sitting and counting. So this has become the practice. I feel very happy that I could make that change in the society. We were one of the first to do. Even midday meal scheme, when we started, people were very skeptic. How many days they can give? How can they feed 5,000 students every day? They are just talking, it's all gimmick. But we have done it. From 1995, now we are in 2023. We have been doing for 10,000 people, 15,000 people every day.
28 ஆண்டுகளாக
பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம். And the best part is, after we did it and proved that it is possible, many other institutions started, followed us, and they have become bigger than us.
Oh.
We are very happy. If today's government of Karnataka has a midday meal scheme and they give for lakhs, we may not be doing so much. But we started, we were the first to make such move, and that move has grown into a very big seva work that is being done all over. The lakhs and lakhs of people are being served.
சிங்கேரி சாரதா பீடம் போல பல அமைப்புகள் இருக்குது, பல ஸ்தாபனங்கள் இருக்குது, எல்லாம் ஒரு நேஷ்னல் லெவலில் க்ரோ ஆகிடுது. ப்ரொஃபஷனலிசம் இந்த ஸ்தாபனங்கள்லாம் இந்த அமைப்புகள்லாம் வரணும்னு நினைக்கிறீங்க?
ப்ரொஃபஷனலிசம் இல்லைன்னு ஏன் நினைக்கணும்? ஒரு இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன் 1200 இயர்ஸாக நடந்துட்டு வந்துட்டுருக்கு. இன்றைக்கும் சக்ஸஸ்ஃபுல்லாக சொசைட்டிக்கு என்ன அட்ரஸ் பண்ணணுமோ அதை அட்ரஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்குன்னா, that is the best way of running an institution.
Not only, I am not talking about Singeri, but many major institutions.
No, every institution that we run, the required amount of by professionalism, what you mean? You just say the man who is handling it looks it in the best possible way to get the work done. In every part of that activity, you should be up to date. That is all that you are looking for. A professional means what? A doctor will do what he is expected to do. He will not interfere in anything else. Like that, if you consider, our institution has been professional all the time. I want to quote one thing to you. In 1995-96, UN had a question. They wanted to know 10 big institutions in India which have survived for more than 100 years, and how they run, how they manage. Sringeri Mutt was one of the institutions.
That is why he was invited to...
No, that was much before this.
Okay.
Along with Ramakrishna Mission, Sringeri Mutt was selected as 2 Hindu institutions to know how traditionally bound institutions are prospering. After this study, they said the amount of professionalism that exists in running of Sringeri Mutt is so good. Many other institutions have to learn from their practices. These have not come from my time. It is there from long time. We have been under the shelter of Maharaja. So Maharaja has set in certain things through his ministers. That is being followed even now. So our practices are wonderful. But over a time, during various changes that take place in society, some of the things that we are practicing may not be good for the present time. Some of the practices might give reasons to believe that they are not transparent. Such things have to change. But on the whole, the type of work sense that existed in Sringeri Mutt staff is something unique. If that exists in all the institutions, probably our country would be the best country in the world today.
Very good. What is your most memorable moment? 30,000 years. This is the best moment. It gives me a lot of satisfaction.
Honestly, you want the answer?
Yes, sir.
I joined on August 29, 1986. That day, Holiness gave me the letter, and also he gave me the power of attorney, registered power of attorney. He made one comment, not to me, but to present Mahasanidhanam.
It is Abhinav
Abhinav Vidyarthama. After there's one of the few places where they really sign.
Okay.
There is a registered document. He has to sign there. He has signed and gave
power of attorney to
power of attorney. So when he signed and gave it to me, he told Present Mahasanidhanam, Swamigale, ide kone signature nanu hakodu. Ivanu ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೋ ಮಾಡಲಿ. In English, if I have to say, he mentioned to his successor, this will be my last signature or power of attorney that I am giving. Let him do what all he can. I won't change anymore.
Oh.
Having heard that, it was a big responsibility.
Huge
Such a great man, showing so much of trust in me. This is all on August 29th. September 30th, the present Mahasanidhanam called me and said that there is a practice of writing a baravar. Baravar is a payroll. Oh, payroll is done every month end. Oh, we want to include you in the payroll. You include your name and Mutt can't afford the type of
salary.
salary or returns that you were getting earlier. We can give you 1,500 rupees. At that point of time, my predecessor was getting roughly 500 or so. I think this multiplied by 3 times. I said, we know that you deserve much more, but today we can only afford so much. You put your name. I said, no, for this one you have to excuse me, I will not put my name. I don't want any sambhavana. I have come for service. He cajoled me 2-3 times out, and when I was little firm, both of us, that is Mahasanidhanam and myself, went to Jeshta Mahasanidhanam. He mentioned it to Mahasanidhanam, saying this boy is saying like this. He doesn't want to take anything. Jeshta Mahasanidhanam had seen me from my very young days.
There is Abhinav Vidyatirtha.
Abhinav Vidyatirtha. He asked me, Yeno, in Kannada. I said, ನನಗೇನೋ ತಗೊಳಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಇಲ್ಲ. He didn't answer me. He told President Mahasanidhanam, ಸ್ವಾಮಿಗಳೇ ಅವನು ಹೆಂಗಿರಲಿ ಹಂಗಿರಲಿ.
It means?
ಅವನು ಏನು ಬೇಕೋ ಹಂಗಿರಲಿ. That is, leave it to him.
Okay.
Whatever he wants, let him do. If he doesn't want to take, keep quiet. Probably that decision that I spontaneously, without any thought, I took, saying that I should serve this institution, was the best in my life. And I took it in the august presence of their holinesses. Both then Mahasanidhanam and the present Mahasanidhanam were present. Only 3 of us were there. And that decision is the reason why probably I am there even after 38 years. And to best of my knowledge, I have been transparent enough to say anywhere that I have done a very good job without taking any sambhavana. And this has become a trend now. Many people are there, why only Gauri Shankar, why not me? That's a good thing. Many people coming here to say that I will serve is a very good thing.
It motivates youngsters.
It motivates. So many people have, this question has been asked by many interviewers, saying, how did you do, how did you manage? One example I have to give, which all Sanatana Dharma followers should keep it in their mind. I told one interviewer one day, when he interviewed me for BBC channel in 1993-94, there was some problem in the country. So I was one of the selected few to go around and try to see how some peace can be brought into society. So he asked me, there is one comment that is made about your mutt, that you are a mutt for only rich people.
Oh.
What is your reply? I immediately said, yes, my mutt is only for rich people. He laughed and said, oh, you accept that. And I said, you wait, I have something else to answer also. I told him, we are a group of rich people in the sense our heart is rich. Money-wise, we are not rich. Cash-wise, we are not rich. But people who come to Sringeri with devotion and faith, if they come there with true devotion, they will get whatever they look for. And when they come with that sort of dedication, they are the richest people available on earth. All our devotees are all rich in their own way, are all good-hearted people. That's why this institution is so prosperous. I still stand by it. It's not the question of money, but the type of contacts which work in a mutt to serve society is entirely different. Even if I am in a best position in a private industry, I may not be able to reach the Prime Minister or Chief Minister of a state, go and ask for anything. But if I go as a man representing Sringeri mutt, they will immediately respond, at least hear me what I am saying, and if they can solve, they will solve, or at least give me a good piece of advice on how to go about. So this sort of opening that you get can be got only when you are serving, and serving in a big institution like Sringeri mutt. So this service is the best thing that I can expect in my life. What other richness can anybody get other than this?
எண்ணங்களில் நம்ம வந்து பணக்காரரா இருக்கணும். பணத்தை வச்சு பணக்காரங்க. எண்ணங்கள், நல்ல எண்ணங்கள்.
அங்க வர ஆளுக்கெல்லாம் அது இருக்கு.
சிங்கேரிக்கு வருகிறவர்களுக்கெல்லாம் எனக்கு மட்டும் இல்ல, சிங்கேரிக்கு
வருவாங்க. ஆமா, அதுக்கு தான் அவ ஒரு வருஷம் வரா. அங்க வந்த அப்புறம் ஏதோ கேட்டுக்கறா. அவன் திருப்பி போன அப்புறம் அவன் அப்படியே கரெக்டா இருந்தானா அது நடக்கிறது. நடந்தபோது அவனுக்கு இன்னும் ஃபெய்த் ஜாஸ்தியா இருக்குது. ரெண்டாவது வருஷம் வரான். அதே ஹாபிட் ஆயிடுச்சு. So now there is a group of families, set of families who just believe that.
ஒரு நாள் அப்புறம் ஒரு குடும்பமே வருது. குடும்பமே தொடர்ந்து வர ஆரம்பிச்சிடும்.
ஆமாம் ஆமாம்.
ஏன்னா அவர்கள் வருவதனால அவர்கள் எண்ணங்கள் விழுமாக கடைசியில் அவர்கள் நாட்டுக்கே சேவை
பண்ணுற மாதிரி இருக்கு.
பெரிய விஷயம். அதுதான் நமக்கு ஒரு அமைப்பு சார். இப்போ தினமலர் வாசகர்களுக்கு நீங்கள் வந்து ஒரு சனாதன தர்மத்தை கடைபிடிக்க ஒரு 5 விஷயங்கள் குறைஞ்சபட்சம் இதை பண்ணணும், எப்போதும் பண்ணணும். சிறுவராக இருந்தாலும் சரி, வயதானவராக இருந்தாலும் சரி பண்ணணும்.
யாரானு இருக்கட்டும் சார். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் பாயிண்ட், entire humanity is followers of Sanatana Dharma. They may in the path have deviated and following some text, but heart of heart they are all followers of Sanatana Dharma, because whatever our Dharma says that a human being should do, all other dharmas or religions also say the same thing. In practices it may be little different, but the core remains the same. So we are, all of us should be good Sanatana Dharma followers. If we make up our mind like that, it will take us in a good way, good path to lead a good life. We must be honest. Honesty is a very, very important thing. If you are honest, you always win. If you make any compromises, somewhere you will err. So you be honest. You treat your parents as God. See God in your Guru. These are all basic things, not just for us. If we follow this, then only we can have a good life. Today, amassing lot of money, there are so many people who have not taken care of their parents. What a happiness they have been able to get after amassing that money, when their parents don't even have the little comfort that they look for at that age. And humility. There are so many people who have achieved so many things. What is it that we have done? Nothing when compared to what they have achieved. If thousands of years back a sage can sit in a remote part of India and visualize how sun is revolving or earth is revolving or moon is going around, we don't even know the fundamentals to this day also, after science teaching us so much. So who are we in front of them? Nothing. Whatever we have done is nothing. So we should learn humility. Similarly, this expectation of something in return. Of course, I am not a big scholar to quote texts, but I know little to say that Krishna specifically says, you do things without any expectation. You do it as your duty. Results will come on its own. This is true in any place, wherever you go, whatever you are. So if that sense of saying that the results are not mine, my duty is to do the things, probably you will be successful in every activity, because God is behind you. These are all the things that Sanatana Dharma is teaching, nothing different.
Correct.
People are not saying this, they are only talking about some practices which they think is wrong and commenting about our Dharma. These are the basic dharmas that our Dharma says you should follow. He says you show respect to your teacher, Guru. Which follower can say that this is wrong? You should show your respect to your teacher. It's a basic thing. You should show respect to your elders and family. You should show respect to your parents. Treat parents as God. But we are not doing that today. We have, away from a joint family, we have become so nuclear and I don't know what word to say. Each one is thinking to be different from other. And they take pride in saying that I am different. I don't want to follow what my father did. These are not questions of following what they did or anything. There are certain set way of life in our society. We have to follow that. If we follow that, only we can lead a good life and happy life. Otherwise, you can't be happy in what you are doing. Sense of accomplishment should come. Our Dharma clearly says, if you do something without any selfish interest in that, and when the job gets done, you just dedicate it to God. Even doing a small puja, and I say, I have all done this, it is for you. I don't say I have done it, you give it to me. With such attitude that exists in our ancestors, today the family or the society thinks that any small work you do, I should get rewarded, I should get some compensation, and only then I will feel happy. This is a wrong way of looking at things. Everyone must should understand that we are doing our part of duty. As a group, when everyone does their part of duty, the group itself can be happy. So such some simple things, small things, if we can understand and follow, that is enough to be a good Sanatana Dharmist. And if we do that, our society will be the best place to live. That is my personal opinion and also experience. If you follow such small things, wherever you are, whichever part of the world you are, you get recognized. People will say, oh, he is a good gentleman, he is a good human being. And that is what you always look for and nothing else. Nothing else sticks to you.
தேங்க்யூ வெரி மச் சார். உங்களுடைய பிஸி ஷெடியூலில் இவ்வளோ நேரம் நீங்கள் தினமலர் வாசகர்களுக்காக நேயர்களுக்காக ஒதுக்கி
இல்லை நான் சொல்லணும், I don't know what reason such a prominent paper chose me as somebody to be interviewed for more than an hour. I am a very small man trying to do whatever my guru wants me to do. There is no other big thing that I am doing. He is like a dictator to me. He says you do this, I will just do it. I will not ask why, where. He has said, I will do it. That is the only quality which may be bright in me. Nothing else.
The most difficult quality. But குரு சொல்வதை அப்படியே எடுத்து பண்ணுறது ரொம்ப கஷ்டம்.
அதை நான் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். அவர் என்ன சொன்னாலும் நான் அதை பண்ணியிருக்கேன். அப்போ எனக்கு 1986 ஜேஷ்ட அபினவ வித்யார்த்த மகாசனம் ஒரு நாள் எனக்கு சொன்னார். I was to go to Delhi to meet Prime Minister of those days, Rajiv Gandhi, for some purpose. He told me, நீ எப்படி இருக்கணும்னா இந்த போஸ்ட்டில் கார்த்தால பிரைம் மினிஸ்டரோட மீட்டிங் பண்ணிவிட்டு பிரேக்ஃபாஸ்ட் அவரோட தின்னுட்டு வரத்துக்கு சான்ஸ் இருக்கும். அதே நான் மத்தியானம் ஏதோ ஜட்ஜோ இல்லை பெரிய இண்டஸ்ட்ரியல் ஹாஸ்டலையோ போய் அவரோட பேசிவிட்டு அவரோட விவகாரம் பண்ணிவிட்டு வரத்துக்கு இருக்கும். அதே நாள் சாயங்காலம் ஏதோ ஒரு வில்லேஜுக்கு போக வேண்டியதும் அங்கே பஸ்ஸும் இருக்காது, கார்ட்டில் நீ போக வேண்டி வரும், புல்லக் காட்டில் நீ போக வேண்டி வரும், அங்கேயும் பண்ணணும். இது மூணையும் ஒரே மாதிரி டிவோஷனில் நீ பண்ணினேன்னா you will be successful in this post.
I think you have
That's
done
what
it.
Yes.
I think you have done it.
Probably yes. Probably yes.
So,
people may not like it because I have done it, but still truth is, if I have been there for 38 years,
I have learned.
That should be the the secret of my success. Another thing he had told me, I have quoted it in many places, which I want all the devotees to know. He told somebody was to go out of Sringeri Mutt, he was to be shunted out. He was opposing. I was new to this job. The Holiness called me, என்னடா ஏதோ கஷ்டம் கொடுக்குறானா? I said yes, he is acting little tough. He told, Holiness told me, ஒன்று விஷயம் தெரிஞ்சுக்கோ, இந்த மடத்தில் அம்பாளுக்கு என்ன வேணுமோ அதான் நடக்கும். அம்பாள் இது வேண்டான்னு சொன்னால் எவனே ஆகட்டும் இங்கே ஒரு நிமிஷம் இருக்க முடியாது. அம்பாள் இது வேணும்னு சொன்னால் அவன் எத்தனை அந்தாண்ட போனாலும் அவன் திருப்பி இங்கே வந்து தான் வரணும். அம்பாள் என்ன நினைக்கிறாளோ அதான் நடக்கும். அதை நீ மனசில் வச்சுட்டா எல்லாம் நடக்கும்னு. Probably I have kept that in mind, and Gada Sharada is doing everything. Maybe something through me as a
so much of
that's all.
on you.
Yes, this is very true. Sringeri Mutt, anything happens is because of Gada Sharada.
தினமலருடைய வாசகர்கள் நேயர்கள் சார்பாக உங்களுடைய இந்த தெய்வப்பணி தேசப்பணி தொடர்ந்து இன்னும் பல வருஷங்கள் நடக்கணும்னு பிரார்த்தனை பண்ணி
அம்பாள் இச்சே ஜெகத்குரு இச்சே அவள் என்ன சொல்கிறாளோ அவள் இது டிக்டேட் பண்ணால் அதை பண்ணிட்டு இருப்பேன். அவ்வளோதான். எக்ஸ்டென்ட் பாசிபிள் வில் கண்டினியூ. ஐ வெரி தேங்க்ஃபுல்.
நேரம் அவர் பகிர்ந்து கொண்ட அனுபவங்கள் நம்ம நிறைய நேரம் அவர் டைத்து எடுத்துட்டோம். ஆனால் பகிர்ந்து கொண்ட நிச்சயமாக உங்களுக்கு சனாதன தர்மத்தில் நம்பிக்கை ஏற்படுவது மட்டும் இல்லாமல் வாழ்க்கையை நடத்துகின்ற விதம், நாம் செய்கின்ற பணிகள் எப்படி நடக்குங்கிறது உங்களுக்கு நிச்சயமாக பயனுள்ளதாக இருக்கும் என்று நினைக்கிறேன். உங்கள் எல்லோருக்கும் நல்ல எதிர்காலம் அமைய வேண்டும் என்று பிரார்த்தனை செய்து இந்த நிகழ்ச்சியை நிறைவு செய்கிறோம். மீண்டும் மற்றொரு நிகழ்ச்சியில் சந்திக்கும் வரை நன்றி, வணக்கம்.